Thank you very much, Magnus, my man. I apologize. I seem to still be a noob at this. Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back once more with another daily Kaspa and crypto live stream. I apologize for the mic mishap, as always. Now, as we can see, Bitcoin, right now we're seeing blood in the water, so to speak. Right now, Bitcoin did actually lose the 90k level at some point earlier today, correcting down to $889,300. And funnily enough, and well, thankfully as well, the traders in the part of the executive channel of the community were able to call up and set a nice little short position on Bitcoin USDT at that time, and it came profitable, setting up a short position from 91k down to 89k. Ultimately, there's going to be more of this stuff coming through right now, and there is also a chance that we could see some more downside potential for Bitcoin and crypto. Just to give you a little bit of understanding what we're seeing right now, why you should not be worried. In January 2017, we saw Bitcoin pull back 34% before going on its only up rally. In January 2021 last cycle, we saw a 31% pullback before an only up rally. Right now, from its all-time high, we've only seen a 17% pullback so far. So by that logic, we could expect to see Bitcoin potentially pull back as far as 70% or 70k or so, give or take. Of course, we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. Right now, I'm still believing we'll see potentially an 85k Bitcoin, but it does depend on the imminent catalyst. But the point being is, should we see more downside potential for Bitcoin? I am not worried in the slightest, because I think it'd just be more just trying to shake out the paper hands to lead into more upwards momentum as this cycle matures more and more. So crypto right now, while it's down, I'm choosing this opportunity to buy or fill up my bags more and more at these discount prices. Kaspa in particular did correct and fall below the level of support earlier of 11 cents, coming down to 10.8 cents. But still, as I highlighted in yesterday's stream with Kathy Woods, talking about the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Again, Kaspa's not fallen drastically down, came down, recovered right now, down currently 3.6% on the daily time frame, 11.25 cents, and it's still been a long year, or a little over a year, of this long base level down here. So when the breakout comes through, that hopefully will coincide to an explosive rally for Kaspa. Of course, we've got a lot of big announcements to talk about in today's stream regarding Binance, regarding real world developments as well, and much more coming for Kaspa. We're seeing developments for 10 BPS and also other stuff for Kaspa as well. Ultimately, things are looking very good. So as always, if you enjoy the streams, I'll be doing these daily, 165 days or give or take in a row. Then leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Devious me, what's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream. The price keeps dropping. I should have bought now instead of previous week. I mean, it's a game, it's a numbers game. At the end of the day, my man, I continue to DCA, put in a little bit here and there while I can. I'm sure there could still be more opportunities for you. It does depend. We are currently 1 week away from Trump's inauguration. That could cause a catalyst in the market. But at the same time, there's still more imminent catalysts to look out for. For example, in 2 days' time, the inflation data will come out. That could also significantly affect the price of Bitcoin and crypto. Again, we're only currently down 70% from all-time highs for Bitcoin. In previous cycles, we saw it come down over 30% before, just pumping up higher and higher. So we do have more downside potential. Of course, that's not guaranteeing it will happen, but don't let this shake you out of your bags. What's up, Crazy World? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Hope you're doing very well. Taylor, my man. I feel like good things are going to happen very soon. I completely agree. A lot of big things are coming for crypto, and in particular for Kaspa. Now, we have seen two in particular very big posts coming out recently for Binance, and actually potentially speculative as a third one as well. So yesterday night, Binance made a post about the blockchain trilemma explained. This is just once more convenient timing for me, based on all the growing FOMO and sentiment around the Kaspa's big Binance listing right now. The fact that Binance are now listed and posted about the blockchain trilemma explained, it outlines the challenge to achieve optimal levels of the most desirable elements in a blockchain simultaneously, which is security, decentralization, and scalability. There is no project in this space that could confidently and officially say they are a blockchain trilemma solver. XRP, while being scalable and secure, is not decentralized. It's got a Ripple behind it. Ethereum, similar case. Bitcoin, while being decentralized and secure, it's not scalable. It's too slow. Kaspa right now is the only asset in this space that can attest to that thesis, and it's trying to prove itself more and more every day, and we'll see more of that when the adoption grows and 10 BPS and smart contracts come out as well. But the fact that Binance have launched this just 2 weeks before their mining pool incentive to mine and will get rewards for Kaspa ends, for me, I think it's a very weird coincidence. And we're seeing a lot of posts right now. This one as well posted from Saint. Now I can't confirm this, unfortunately, so this is speculative, but from what we can see here, this screenshot that Saint took, he does talk about Kaspa quite a lot. He showcased this post from Binance where, he posted this again earlier today. Apparently this Binance post was put out yesterday at 11:28 p.m. when it's posted. Real time, block time, unpopular opinion, block time over clock time. I've looked through Binance's page, of course, it has been deleted. So this is more of a, I guess it's a trust Saint, bro. Trust Saint. Is this actually what happened or not? We don't know. But if that is the case, again, why deleting it? Quite weird. But equally, if it's also true, that is quite a big deal. For Binance to put out a post stating that block time better than clock time, that is one of the biggest hints they could possibly give to their support of Kaspa. And again, the timing of these announcements right now for me, all just, clicking together like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle coming together more and more. For me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when Binance will be listing Kaspa, and it'll be a very big day for all of us. So seemingly Binance is also, leaking at the potential of a Binance listing, of a Kaspa listing even. And OKX similarly put sending transactions faster than your morning texts, again, also potentially hinting at Kaspa as well, considering that Kaspa is faster than messages as well in terms of its transaction speed. There's a lot of things coming to Kaspa, and once more, to just touch on this Binance speculation once more, we should know a lot of big things coming for Binance. I made a video on it not too long ago, and in fact most of my videos recently have been talking, of course, about the imminent Binance listing. This video, last one I made last night, was covering it as well. We have speculated that this wallet, number 5, is Binance's wallet. Another 6.121 million Kaspa was added today. Currently now it's holding 444 million Kaspa, $50 million worth of Kaspa right now, and the wallet is continuing ever so slowly but gradually to accumulate more and more. This, again, we have no idea who the wallet is. Of course we don't. We haven't got a tag, and we can't, reverse engineer and, try and find out, going through the transactions to find out who it is. We can only speculate. But based on how much this wallet holds right now, and considering the other major exchanges right now, this one is KuCoins. This has to be an exchange wallet. And there's no exchange that realistically needs to hold so much unless you are one that has a lot of volume. If you look at the exchanges right now, of course, Binance by far and away is the biggest one. You've got MEXC, which equally does conduct quite a lot of volume as well on the 24-hour, and does have a lot of visits, around 6.1 million weekly visits. Gate, being Kaspa's largest wallet holder, and Aquaman in fact, has 4.2 billion 24-hour trading volume and 4.6 million weekly visits. So they, while not being tier 1s, they are very well renowned and popular exchanges. Binance, of course, in comparison, is far, far bigger. 28 billion 24-hour trading volume, 16 million weekly visits, and that's currently at a downtrend period. During the 108k Bitcoin that happened about a month or so ago, around here, we saw the amount of volume going through Binance was easily in the 40 billion, I believe, and equally the weekly visits, I think, were equally above 125 million. So make no mistake, those numbers will come back up and go higher and higher again. And again, the increasing FOMO right now is why the title states what it is. Binance Kaspa listing any day now. This for me was very convenient, and all Kaspa content creators and influencers are talking about this right now. This again, should this be true, equally why they deleted it is kind of weird, but it would make sense to me once more. And yeah, I think the days we see tier 1 listings for Kaspa is going to be a very, very big day. I do think it will come. Of course, I can't say when. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot attest to when we'll see the listings, but I believe it will happen in this cycle based on all the major developments happening coming very, very soon. Kaspa right now, if you look at CoinMarketCap, is actually doing a little bit better. Currently up to 127 million 24-hour trading volume. We can see the volume again is being dominated by the likes of Gate and MEXC, and again L-Bank is rallying up there again as well. Falling off quite massively from BitGet, which is not good to see. Kraken once more has always been quite a lackluster in terms of volume. Bybit has started to rally up a little bit more, which is good to see, but ultimately what we want to see is much higher volume. Of course, the volume's up right now because we are seeing a lot of crypto, a lot of dollars, a lot of money being liquidated right now. Currently, we've seen $420 million liquidated from the crypto market in the last 12 hours. And I want to highlight something that Cody, my man in the community, stated very plainly, but equally very importantly. Don't watch the daily price action. It's all just noise. This here, as I've been saying for a while, I believe it's just a final shakeout. You see right now, post about is the post-election rally already over. The S&P 500 is now trading below November 5th levels and has raised $2.5 trillion of market cap in just 4 weeks, which is insane. But at the same time, we're seeing Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy buying another 2,530 Bitcoin, so $243 million worth. We're seeing BlackRock launching a spot Bitcoin ETF in Canada, which is a very big deal as well. And then equally, this post happened from coming out from BlackRock themselves recently, talking about the $11.5 trillion asset manager. BlackRock says that Bitcoin and crypto adoption is outpacing the internet and mobile phones. Once more, this is a testament to why I believe that we are still early enough to, catch a significant portion of this incoming capital. There's so much money flooding into this space. It is the fastest growing asset class in history so far. Bitcoin ETFs are the fastest adopted ETFs in history, and we still haven't seen many more wealth managers. I'm talking JP Morgan, I'm talking Merrill Lynch, I'm talking UBS, Morgan Stanley. There's so many more massive hedge funds and wealth managers and financial institutions who have not got into crypto just yet. Why? Because they're waiting for regulatory frameworks. We are 7 days away until Gary Gensler steps down as SEC chair. 7 days away until we will see the biggest anti-crypto tyrant. He's going to probably go down in history as being probably one of the worst regulators for crypto and for America, stifling its innovation. He's leaving in 7 days, and we'll see Donald Trump come in power, Paul Atkins take over, and as I've showcased in previous streams, as Mike Johnson, the new Speaker of the House of Financial Services, stated, we will likely see a lot of Trump's rules and policies implemented immediately. I have released some very big information, some institutional documents into my executive channel for those who have there already seen it, talking about how quickly we can see these sort of regulations and these frameworks coming through. And this is the sort of stuff that we're going to be preparing for, and therefore going to help us devise our own trading strategies. If you want to know more, then by all means come check us out. We talk about a lot in there in terms of alpha information in regards to also this sort of the trades here as well. This one we actually talked about C crypto in there. Put this post in on the 22nd of December, quite a while ago, talk about we're buying at 18 mil, but we do suspect it will come down to our second buyers at 8 mil, and it did come down, and currently we're up over 4x, 334% at the bottom of an 8 mil price entry. We set this up as a very long play. Normally we catch them quite quickly. This one we caught quite quickly in a span of 2 days. This one, MLG, again, I'm still holding this one. This one also has done over a 6x, and I'm still in this, and I'm hoping everyone is as well. Some of these plays are long plays, some of these plays are very quick ones, and so far Apple has been one of quite an extensive list that's been very profitable for us, and the profits we're making, we're cycling more, and I'm putting more of my earnings into Kaspa. So if you want to know more in regards to trade alerts, hidden crypto gems, those sort of trades, and equally alpha information stuff that I provide to the executives who want to be more locked in, then come check us out. 7-day free trial right now. See what you think you enjoy, then by all means we welcome you there. There's a lot to offer, and as Donald Trump's coming into power, we'll see this cycle rally up so much more as well. US President Donald Trump will form a crypto advisory council of 24 leaders to draft legislation, build a Bitcoin reserve, and promote regulatory clarity. This is what we're going to expect in 2025 this year. This is why despite the price of Bitcoin and Kaspa and how bad we're seeing this correction, this bleed, if you will, I am not remotely worried. As Nathan Rothschild stated, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. For me, this is my opportunity right now to fill up my bag more and more on cheap Kaspa, currently undervalued by 63.8%. This has been the same case for a long time now, of course. And while should Bitcoin, again, coincide with previous history of correcting around 30% and therefore coming down to the 75k zone, we can see therefore Kaspa correct further as well. Will that stop me from investing into Kaspa? Me personally, no. I'll continue to DCA and buy at the lower levels every chance I get. I still want to believe that Kaspa is going to hopefully hold strong at the level of support around the 10-11 cent zone. And I think to an extent Kaspa was preparing for that. Because over the past 3 days, if you look at Bitcoin, past 3 days we saw a pump from 92k to 94, 95k. The last 3 days we saw downwards price action. Kaspa, on the other hand, saw a pump on that day of Bitcoin as well and continued to pump up in price, giving it therefore a little bit more of a safety buffer before we saw this current liquidation event of a lot of assets now being sold. So my thesis, while again not financial advice, is that while Bitcoin is going through this liquidation, this correction phase, we may potentially see Kaspa hold this level, start doing small rallies and then coming back down to prevent itself from collapsing and going heavily below 10 cents. But of course, time will tell. I'm still optimistic, and I think Binance are gearing up extremely close now to launching Kaspa. The signs are all there. Blockchain Trilemma post, very big deal. A seemingly deleted post to talk about the block time over clock time. We've got the fact that on CoinMarketCap, which is a Binance run website, you have the web wallet from Binance and Trust Wallet also being Binance's. You have the top portfolio, number 5, speculated to be Binance's wallet. That's added more and more Kaspa repeatedly over the past month. It's been rallying up more so in the past month than ever before. So if it's speeding up, they must be preparing for something. We are currently 2 weeks away, 14 days away from the mining pool incentive coming to a conclusion, where therefore Binance will be distributing the rewards out to the winners. And that will take another 2 weeks after that, so we're a month away till 10th of February, and that's the time we suspect we'll see a Binance listing before that happening. And should we see a Binance listing, I would not be surprised to see many more of the major exchanges jump on board as well. OKX again being a venture of KEF of Kaspa, I think is very likely. You've got the chances of us seeing crypto.com as well, speculated normally to follow quite soon after Kraken. Of course, we've not seen it just yet, but I think regulatory frameworks will also ignite Kaspa listings, because one thing I'll remember from a roundtable is Wolfie confirming that a lot of exchanges do know of crypto projects they have in mind, and also Kaspa in particular, but because of Gary Gensler and his anti-crypto stance and his regulation by enforcement, a lot of exchanges actually withheld and stopped listing projects altogether. Or they are very, very conservative because they didn't want to take the risk of getting a lawsuit, of getting a Wells notice. So now Paul Atkins, you'll likely see a lot of exchanges start to actively get on board and listing projects again. That could be very, very big for Kaspa as well. And of course, then there's Coinbase as well being another big one. I think Coinbase will most likely follow in suit after Grayscale, because that's also a big date coming for us potentially. We'll hopefully see Grayscale add Kaspa to their product suite, therefore mean you'll see Kaspa as a trust. That doesn't mean you're going to see a Kaspa ETF, but it means what we saw previously, if you saw Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which therefore did eventually translate into an ETF, so it should Kaspa be on the trust, that should then eventually hopefully translate into an ETF as well. Kaspa adoption is doing very, very well, and crypto again is still in a very, very early phase. A lot more, of course, to cover in this stream. Crazy World asked, the way the market is going, Kaspa will get to top 20 because everything else is dumping around it. I mean, I'd like to think so. Right now, Kaspa's number 43 on CoinMarketCap. Currently, just short of a $3 billion market cap. Top 20 right now would put us in and around an $8 billion market cap, which is not that excessive, truth be told. It's not that high up at all. Kaspa, for Kaspa, you'd have to see Kaspa jump to, 25 cents, give or take? I think 25 cents would put Kaspa in and around. I mean, this is just me doing the math on top of my head right now. I think 25 cents will put Kaspa into the top 20, so I think that's very achievable in this position right now. Will Kaspa reach top 10 in the cycle? I think it's a possibility, while seeming more unlikely right now. It depends on the level of adoption, and also depends on when the cycle starts to peak, so to speak. Because no one really knows when the cycle's going to peak. Some still believe it's going to be Q1. Some think it's going to be in December. Again, we have to wait and see. There's so many different pieces of historical data you can try and pluck out to help back your thesis, but I try to keep a very, very open mind and ultimately keep doing my research daily into sort of factors like this, the CBBI, the Pi cycle top indicator, the funding, all these sort of information and much more that I utilize to help me gauge where we are in the cycle and how much more room we have left to go. The fact that we've not seen regulations come through yet is a key indicator to me that we are still so early or early enough in the cycle. Saying that we're early in the cycle when Bitcoin is at 92k is something I didn't think I'd be able to say, but I think we are. Now, how high Bitcoin will go, I guess time will tell. I want to say 150k at the very minimum, but I'm not a financial advisor, of course. Where higher Kaspa will go, I want to say $2 at the minimum, but again, not a financial advisor, but I think Kaspa has still a lot more upside potential from here for what's coming up this year as well, as I already mentioned. Ballista PK, sup bro, welcome back to the stream, my man. Kryptonian Binance is teasing super hard. You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean. Blockchain Trilemma. You have this here as well, the web wallet stuff. You've got this apparent deleted post as well being a very big thing. Again, this number 5 wallet now increasing. We can see here, if you look at the transactions, it happened more and more repeatedly, a lot quicker. This is only going back to the 31st of December. So it's only going back 2 weeks as well. I can't see the full, balance history chart, I don't believe. I don't think that's the way I can see the whole thing. So I can only see the last 2 weeks, and we're seeing how, it's not been every 3 or 4 days, we've been seeing them adding more and more. So it's ramping up, which is equally quite an interesting factor. This random wallet ramping up more and more Kaspa, once more so close to the Binance conclusion of the mining pool. Sup DC, hope you're doing very, very well, my man. I'm hoping we see an 8 cents again for like 2 days. I mean, 8 cents Kaspa, to be able to buy at that level would be insane. I would welcome it. I would be very skeptical to see us go down that far. But again, as I highlighted, if we were to look at Bitcoin, go back to the last cycle. So we're looking 2021 cycle here. Go 2021 cycle right here. We can see, this is January we're talking about here. We saw a correction for Bitcoin of around 30%, give or take, before you just start seeing pretty much only up. Then you go back even further into the 2017, which I'm going to go all the way back here. We can see once more in 2017. This is 2017 right here. How far back do I think they're going to go in the January time, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be okay, yeah, but you can see even here we saw quite a significant correction before only up 32% before just going up from there. So in the last 2 crypto cycles, we saw 30% corrections in the price of Bitcoin before just only up. So while we're only down 10% right now, we could very well see Bitcoin come down further, and therefore maybe see Kaspa come down a little bit further as well, potentially. We'll have to just play it by ear and wait and see, but I'm not worried. If you see over 50% correction in Bitcoin, when we come down to about 40, 50k, then I could be worried. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. And I want to highlight this as well, when talking about this cycle. I think there is a possibility right now we're actually looking in towards a cycle that is more so like 2017. I highlighted this post in the past as well. The DYX January 2017 versus now. 2017, we also saw Trump coming into power, and also we saw no rate cuts. Now, we haven't got confirmation of no rate cuts right now, but with the inflation data that's come out, and with the unemployment now being better than expected, the Bank of America stated we're not going to get any more rate cuts this year. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. But if we analyse what happened in that last cycle, in that cycle 2017, when Trump was in power and we saw no rate cuts, we saw no movement until the beginning of Q2. And then we saw a peak in Bitcoin in December. So should we see a repetition of that, that for me is even more bullish for Kaspa, because that means we have even more time of Kaspa being at these low levels, and like Kathy Wood stated, the longer we are down, the bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. And also a lot of Kaspa's big developments being listings like Binance, being 10 BPS, being smart contracts, which I'm going to get into in this stream as always, being regulatory frameworks and clarity, and all these sort of institutions getting involved, being the KRI launching their project with Kaspa, have smart contracts, being stable coins. All these major developments coming up for Kaspa later on in the cycle will allow Kaspa to actually capture a majority of that pump if we do pump later. So I'm not against a later pump, not at all. Binance either teasing or winding us up. I mean, hey, I know what you mean, man. Binance do love playing these games. We've seen so many. Again, for those who are in my community, who've been watching me for a while, and equally those who are in my Discord server, my free server right here, link in the description, chat, also my homepage. You can go into the community, type in Binance, and you can see so many sources of information in there just talking about Binance and Kaspa listings. There's been so much connection to them, from Nacho, the KRS-20 project, and also Conan appearing on Binance Live, to Kaspa having an interview with Binance himself, which was the most viewed stream to my knowledge ever for them, 75,000 views, which is insane, 10 times more than their average. You've seen Roy O'Neill confirm the integration's done already with Binance. Like, I could list a plethora of things, and we've seen a lot on this stream already. For me, it will happen. I hope they're not just waiting us up. I hope they actually do it though. Also suffering way more versus Bitcoin this time though. I mean, that's because right now, Bitcoin dominance is still up. You can see Bitcoin dominance is up quite high at 58% right now, but also because for the first time ever, we've got institutional adoption. There's Ethereum ETFs and Bitcoin ETFs. There's no other ETF out just yet. So where a lot of the crypto is correcting right now, they're correcting because all we're seeing in all the other projects right now, pretty much every other project right now besides some VC backing, is pretty much just retail. Bitcoin have ETFs that have BlackRock behind them, you know. So the correction value of Bitcoin can therefore hold at stronger levels and therefore not correct as heavily as other alts can do. They'll bleed a lot more. But at the same time, when you see Trump enforce all these laws, which will likely come through very, very soon, I believe it'll come through at some point in Q1. At least that's what the sources suggest. Again, information that has been disclosed in much more detail with institutional backing and documentation provided to the executives in the Patreon. Again, go check it out. Link in the chat description. Also my homepage, 7-day free trial. I think we're going to see some regulations coming through very soon, and that will allow these alts to start getting more institutional adoption through ETFs as well. 75k Bitcoin means 2k Ethereum and means 8 cents Kaspa. Potentially it does. Potentially it does. Again, we can't say for sure, right? If you see Bitcoin correct down to 75k, you will see Ethereum correct down heavily as well, and equally Kaspa will probably come down and lose 10 cents. That much I do agree with. But will we see it come down that far? Of course, if we're looking based on historical data, again, the last two cycles we saw Bitcoin correct by 30%, then we are looking at in and around a 70 to 75k Bitcoin in around here. But again, because we have institutions here for the first time ever, they may prevent a severe correction with Bitcoin. I'm more holding on to the side of caution, or I'm also believing we'll see an 85k Bitcoin. We could come down further, but I'm also believing an 85k Bitcoin in accordance to C Crypto, the trader as part who's in the community, who's been very active in the executive page. We set up a short trade Bitcoin USDT, and we're able to able to come through on our first take profit zone. We called it in around this support level here, around 91k or so, and we said coming down to. Let me just quickly see what he said so I can say it word for word. The trade signal was $91,800 entry for Bitcoin, and the first take profit or the safe take profit zone was 89k 374. And we see, if you look at the zone down here, we saw that it came down to 89k 164. So that did come through. If anyone who went more risky, of course, it didn't come through. But either way, that is a good thing that we managed to take profit on that as one of the trades that we're doing inside the server. And there is still potential we could see more downside. Again, it depends on the information coming out on Wednesday with the inflation data. That could definitely affect the market price. Just lost 1.3 euro in stake. Sorry to hear that, my man. But don't worry, you'll make it back. I'm sure you will. Sup, Crypto Gosu? Welcome back to my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Sup, DD? One more little drop to go. Get the liquidity for the long and then hope for a good leg up. I agree as well. I do agree. I think we are seeing a sort of final liquidation event. Again, markets come up and down, but I believe we will inevitably about to see the only up cycle very, very soon. How many more shakeouts? I'm so tired of this bull run. Hey, my man. No one said it's going to be easy. If it's going to be easy, we'd all be billionaires, wouldn't we? Timing the market and trying to predict the market is always a very difficult thing to do. Of course, some of us have been here long enough to help, and with the information we know and research we do on a almost daily occurrence, it helps us devise trading strategies and help us make these predictions. Hence why the executives so far have been very profitable, because a lot of our picks have been very, very profitable. Majority of them have been very profitable. Again, this one was a long play. We saw a 4x in that one, a 25x in that one, and a 6x in that one. And there are so many more we've talked about. And I'll get on course into that as well. But there's a lot more coming out. I think we'll see, again, right now we're in a very unique situation where, again, we are seeing potentially no more rate cuts. We're seeing inflation at a very high level. So where the market's at is right now we're in a massive period of FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt. That's why the markets are acting this way so far. But I still don't choose to be worried about it. I've set my bags up. I'm not, trading stuff like Kaspa. I've just got my bags and I've got my positions in there, and I'll keep DCing more and more in the strong belief we're going to just see a massive breakout happening very, very shortly. In a more polite sense of what DC's saying, it's not meant to be easy, but I still think we've got more time right now. Shake, accumulate as much as possible and scare so the paper hands drop their bags and come back later to buy it when it's at a higher price. What would they do if we held the market? Same thing. I agree. Trump has his work cut out for him to pull America out of the toilet. The opposition has been doing everything they can to make it hard for him since they lost the election. False inflation reports. That was always going to happen though. That was always going to happen. I'm not remotely surprised. I also remember seeing the post that I mentioned about Silk Road, where they are basically the government now just given the green light for dumping of $6 billion worth of Bitcoin. So I'm going to find the post just now as I scroll through. But of course, that's also not going to help, especially because Trump is so, wants to be so pro-crypto. It's not going to help his agenda when now they're actually trying to collapse. Well, that $6 billion is not enough to collapse Bitcoin, but they're still trying to send Bitcoin a lot lower and causing a lot more uncertainty right now. Look, Department of Justice cleared to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin from seized Silk Road assets. So, Trump has definitely got an uphill battle against him. Inflation going through the roof. The economy is in shambles. It's going to be a tough road for him. We'll have to see if he's able to keep, step up to the task or not. I'll be encouraged if we stay in the zone. Will Bitcoin melts down? I believe we will. I think we still got more, again, potentially some more downside momentum. And I'll keep it in my bags. I'm not, again, remotely worried in the current position of the market. The fact that we came down and we've already seen us recover back to 92k is quite a good thing as well. It seems to be a very, very strong level of support here. Volume at 92k seems to be very, 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 very volatile. Let's go Binance. You know it, Thomas. You know it. Binance, again, is just around the corner. I think the floodgates are about to open. And Kaspa, again, has got a lot more analysis as well I'm going to get into just now right here. So shout out to Mr. Miles, my man, who put this in the community about apparently Plus Wallet as integrated Kaspa. Now, full disclosure, I have no idea who Plus Wallet is. I've never heard of them. But it's still a big news nonetheless, because you're seeing more and more ways to get hold of Kaspa, more adoption. So ultimately it talks about here, you can store your Kaspa safely using hardware wallets like Ledger or Tangent, which Tangent is my preferred pick, or take advantage of our flexibility offered by Plus Wallet. So I'll be putting this information in my community in more detail. Again, free Discord server, go check it out, and the information plus the alpha information will be put into the executive page. Again, link in the description chat, also on my homepage. But it seems you've got Plus Wallet here. Now Plus Wallet, again, this is the website for Plus Wallet right here. Also, we're talking about, intuitive and user-friendly, on and off ramp, cross-chain swapping, reward program, and much, much more. From what little I've looked through it, it does look quite interesting. That's not to say that I trust them. Again, I probably gave it about a 10-minute look before this stream. So I need to look into it and do more research myself. So again, definitely do your own research. But either way, you're seeing more ways to get hold of Kaspa, holding Kaspa. You've got Plus Wallet, you've got Tangent, you've got Ledger. You also got One Key, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And you'll see many, many more come out as the cycle progresses, I'm sure. You already got Stealth X as well. Actually, speaking of which, if you go into my community, you go to the useful websites tab, you'll be able to scroll up and look through, and one of the websites in there, the first one actually is called Kaspa.com. This was put together by Kaspador. Unfortunately, that man got banned on Twitter earlier this week, which is unfortunate to hear, but he's got a new account now, so hopefully that does not get banned this time round. He's a very big Kaspa KOL. So I obviously want to look out for my Kaspa community who are trying to do the best to make the most of it. But you can see right here, you've got a load of wallets here. for Kaspa already. You've got SafePal, Tangem, OneKey, OKX Wallet, Ledger Vault with Kaspa, KDX, Casware, Caspium. It's quite a popular one. And yeah, apparently now you've also got Plus Wallet. So yeah, that's very good to see. This website tends to be quite up to date. It's not, the most up to date to my knowledge. Sometimes it is a little bit slow, but again, I don't run a website, so I don't know how easy it's going to be. But you can see it has this website's actually very, very good. I do use it on occasion. You can see also a list of exchanges that already trade Kaspa, from Exec to Polonex to obviously Kraken, Bitvarvo, Pionex, Bitmart. XT is not on there, I can see right now, but XT does trade Kaspa to my knowledge, but I don't see it up here, and I'm not too surprised because right now there's a lot of complications with XT and Kaspa, or at least the KRC20 projects right now. I know that Kaspa Ghost had delisted on XT because, they just weren't getting any support from the team really. XT weren't really talking to them, and I just found it very frustrating. So, again, if you want to go check it out, this information, this website, the link to it is in my community. Again, link in the description chat, also on my homepage. Mexi has been withholding deposits for about 2 months due to wallet maintenance. They were open today. This is not a coincidence given all the recent Binance related developments. Yes, so I did see a post about that coming from Wolfie, which we did speculate a little bit in a previous stream, where everyone, of course, understandably was talking about the wallet maintenance frustration that deposits had been withdrawn and withholding just stopped. Now that it's open, that's a good thing. Wolfie made the point though, is that potentially this maintenance, so to speak, was a result because Nexi were testing out the 10 BPS hard fork, and therefore, again, why they didn't do it on their own test server, I can't tell you. I'm not in the exchange, so I can't say for sure, but Wolfie was just speculating maybe the maintenance is not because they are trying to stop you from selling your Kaspa, but because they are doing tests with 10 BPS to make sure it runs properly. Now, evidently it's reopened right now, as Magnus has now told us, should that be the case. And again, given the recent Binance developments, it doesn't surprise me either. They're going to want people to start buying some Kaspa through the exchange if Binance is about to list the project. And the fact that we're seeing an increased rally of adoption, and wallets starting to accumulate more and more, that equally is a sign that you might start seeing listings coming very, very soon. Again, Gate have been stacking for quite some time now, becoming an Aquaman. Convenient timing considering that Binance could be just about to list it around the corner. Take the maybe Binance wallet address and go to Kaspalytics, and from their balance history and from the balance. I could try it. Yeah, I'll do that. So go to the Kaspa wallet address, go to Kaspalytics right here, and go to their balance history. Go here and search. There we go. There you go. Well, shout out to you, my man Andy. Thank you very much for that. You can see, so we saw nothing in this wallet, or basically nothing until the 10th of March 2023 or 2024 last year. So let me scroll down so you can see the alleged Binance wallet here. Then you saw it add 150 odd million on the 12th of March 2024, and you can just see a steady accumulation pretty much consistently. And of course, then you can see it did nothing from 14th of December to the new year. For 2 weeks, it did no more. To be constantly allocating more and more bit by bit, nothing for 2 weeks, and then it just shot up again. Which actually, if I think about it, this is again speculative, but actually just, hear me out, right? I remember hearing through the community and through videos, Sin City Crypto, one of the bigger content creators regarding Kaspa as well, did disclose apparently that Binance was meant to list Kaspa before the end of 2024, but there was something that occurred that he couldn't disclose publicly that caused that listing to be delayed. Now, we can speculate what it was about. I don't know for sure. I can't confirm if it's true or not, but apparently Binance was meant to list before the end of the year, and we saw no more influx of capital or no more accumulation of Kaspa for 2 weeks by the end of the year. And now the new year started, and we've just seen a surge of Kaspa adopted from this unknown wallet, speculated to be Binance's wallet. So again, this is just, for me, 150 million Kaspa is not a small amount for its first big buy. And it's been buying more and more continuously. Again, none of this confirmation of Binance wallet, but again, could be a decent chance of such. everyone's speculating about it right now. It would make the most sense to have all the wallets want to be Binance's wallet, being the biggest exchange in crypto. So shout you very much, Andy, my man. Thank you very much for that. Help you find out. I know that for next time as well now, to make it very, very easy to find out. Well, I can't, determine that is Binance's wallet, of course, but I can at least see how much they've been buying and what sort of prices they've been buying at as well. Been adding Kaspa every day lately, even thinking of selling some Bitcoin to fund some more. Hey Stu, my man, again, I'm not a financial advisor, so trade at your discretion. But for me right now, a lot of my Bitcoin that I was holding, I have cycled into Kaspa because I do deem there's a better ROI for Kaspa right now than it is a Bitcoin. ROI being return of investment. Bitcoin for me, best case scenario, again, I could be wrong, best case 200k Bitcoin, that's basically a 2x from here. From right now for Kaspa, that's 20 cents. Does Kaspa surpass 20 cents? Comfortably. I think Kaspa, again, it's, not financial, it's basically a given. I think Kaspa easily can reach $2 a cycle still. Grayscale, yes, Antonio, Grayscale. So, if you are not aware, I did make a video on that actually yesterday. So again, by all means, go check that out. But it's basically highlighting the fact that Grayscale released their whole, asset suite and asset under consideration, and Kaspa, of course, is the first one there. The support for Kaspa is ungodly, and they also announced that at every quarter end they would update it. So basically, on the 15th of January, and therefore also the 15th of April, and so on and so forth, at the quarter end, they should be updating their website to basically to suggest they're going to be adding more projects or whatever it may be. And because of the support Kaspa has, the institutional adoption, in fact, the Marathon, of course, also are mining Kaspa, which is also a big deal, considering their shareholders are the likes of BlackRock and Vanguard and whatnot. The speculation, therefore, that Grayscale will hopefully add Kaspa to their product suite, therefore making a Kaspa trust, therefore eventually will lead to an ETF. I hope nobody here is buying Kaspa on Mexi. I mean, yeah, again, Mexi with reactivating trading, so to speak. Reopen trading is a good thing for Mexi, but I think for the most part, a lot of faith has been lost from Mexi. Now, I do use Mexi on occasion when I do conduct trades, which we'll be talking about more and more again in the executive channel. Those are people who want to actively, make more of the crypto market. That's some of the things we provide in there. So we'll be talking about that more and more. I'll use Mexi for that, but I don't hold any Mexi in Kaspa. I don't trust it too. And I don't know if I particularly would use it for KRC 20 tokens either right now. I just don't trust Mexi with anything Kaspa related right now. As an exchange, I don't think it's that bad. It's not the best. It's not my go-to, but it's not bad. And I use it for occasional trades. But yeah, I mean, again, ultimately, if you're, whether you buy Kaspa or anything for that matter, it's up to you. It's your own decision. But if you're going to hold it, personally, I would never, and it's not advice, it's just me personally, I don't think it's ever wise to hold it on an exchange, especially now with how much crypto is running, how much adoption is coming through. I guarantee you we're going to see a massive issue where a lot of these exchanges haven't got enough liquidity of certain assets. So when everyone goes to try and sell it, they haven't got enough, so you're going to just see it all get frozen. That's why I put my asset into a Tangent wallet, a cold storage, therefore it actually is mine and I can sell it. And I won't get stuck on exchanges. Coinex, yeah, I know people like Coinex. I know Mr. Mars is a big fan of Coinex as well. Buy Fartcoin, yeah, I know a Fartcoin. Fartcoin again is something that came off. I think Fartcoin is the child, if you will, of Goat, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Fartcoin is the birth child of Goat, which actually is quite funny because Fartcoin is actually flip Goat, which is interesting. Will it stay that way? I don't think so, personally. But again, Fartcoin is doing very well. Will it continue going that fashion? It's technically an AI project, so I think it has more potential, which actually I did want to cover a little bit as well. Cointelegraph put in here, which AI agent coin will be the best performer in 2025? Now, there's a whole plethora of them. It's quite tough to really determine what's going to be the best one, the best performer. Obviously, I have the AI projects that I've made out and I've mentioned in the community regarding Desync I think is a big one. I think Tao's going to be a big one as well. And of course there are some for the Solana chain, some that I've disclosed to the community privately that I think are very, very big picks. Some of them have already made me like 5-6x's, and I think it's even going to go much, much higher to make me 20-30x in this cycle. Again, the executive know much more about that in the Hidden Gems channel. Again, you want to find out more alongside many, many other things provided in there. 7-day free trial right now. Go and check it out. Link in the description chat, also on the homepage. And if you sign up, the benefit will be that we, at some point in the future, will be increasing the price. So you'll be grandfathered in at the price of it is right now at $49.99, which is equally, from my knowledge, one of the more affordable ones in the community. And a lot of people, that's also why I made it at the prices at right now, because a lot of people in this community have got quite, without a better choice of words, I deem quite extortionate prices, more so for whales than it is for, I guess, the average trader, if you will, or the more average trader. CoinSpot is Australian. You also got CoinSpot as well. You got again your own exchange, your own choice. Obviously, for me, the ones that I utilize the most would probably be the likes of Kraken. I wanted to use KuCoin. Unfortunately, KuCoin got banned in the UK before I had a chance to make an account. Nexi is also banned in the UK as well, but I made an account beforehand, so I'm fine with that. But there are loads of exchanges you could use. I like crypto.com as well. Yeah, Kraken and KuCoin I think are two decent ones as well. CoinX, there you go. What on-ramps are you using? UK banks are a pain. Yeah, UK banks are a pain in the arse. If I'm transacting on and off, I tend to use crypto.com. That's one I like the most. Kraken's also a very good one as well, though. I have mates that use Kraken for that. But yeah, anyways, continuation about Kaspa, because, you know, love answering questions. I've got to talk about Kaspa a little bit more here. So we've got this post here, which I think is very, very important to note. So we experienced this recently, right? Kaspa is experiencing the first minor capitulation. We talked about it recently. Right now, the hash rate is down to 1.27. After seeing it consolidate around 1.3 for about a month, we saw a fall off. I saw it ran into 1.5, and now it's capitulated, quote unquote, down back to 1.3 again. I'm not worried. Same as we saw back here, but apparently everyone's quite worried about that, which I get. Why? It's a proof of work. You don't want to see the hash rate go down. But again, looking at Bitcoin, saw a similar thing as well for Bitcoin. And, you know, following that, we just saw Bitcoin rise higher and higher in value. You know, the capitulation happens. That was obviously shortly after the halving, and then it came back up. And the way that Mikro says it here, and I do agree, this is actually often bullish in the long run, as it flushes out the weak miners and strengthens the network for future growth. As a comparison, here's what happened to Bitcoin price/hash rate after its first minor capitulation. The first capitulation happened here, and look where strong it is right now. So we see a capitulation happening right now, which even then, I don't deem it to be that significant. I don't think it's that again, for how much I've seen, I think I could expect to see a lot worse. But it's capitulated apparently, and in the long run, this hopefully could be very, very big, especially because we're going to see a bull run. I'm sure the next quarterly report will see Marathon announcing to be holding more Kaspa. I think they're looking very, very good. This post from Michael Sutton here talks about the fact that he was hoping to pull an all-nighter to basically do some Kaspa research, talking about making this next section towards smart contracts. The worker title being L1, L2 canonical bridge, which again is a very, very big deal. Basically, the primary objective is of the base rollup design is to support the entry and exit of layer 1 Kaspa funds to and from the L2, and letting Kaspa to talk to and transact to other ecosystems. Basically, Kaspa is meant to be the central hub for all infrastructure for all L1s. The end game of L1 talk to every single project. It's going to be able to talk to other L2s like Ethereum's, EVM, to the XRP ledgers. You know, obviously that's all stuff like all the other ecosystems in there. And you can see right now he's now made 2 updates about it, and now it's 99% complete. So hopefully we'll be seeing this come out very, very soon, and we'll be obviously talking about that more when it comes out. That could be a very intrigue. Obviously, you know, I'm not a developer. A lot of it I'm sure will go over my head, but hopefully I understand enough about it to be able to bring the big news to you all. Someone did ask about what happened to 10 BPS on mainnet, and this I think is also very important. The aim here is to dump as much intel as possible about the L1, L2 design so that others can progress on that front while focus shifts to crescendo. So this is basically talking about what I spoke about in yesterday's stream, how we're going to see some more developments regarding smart contracts happening right now, but as we're getting so very close now to the, believe the launch date of 10 BPS, we're going to see a massive shift, pretty much going all hands on deck, so to speak, onto 10 BPS. And then once that's done and it's released on the mainnet and it's all functioning perfectly, we'll then see a massive jump going to smart contract. We'll see those developments come out a lot quicker as well, which means you'll see these developments ramp up even more, so should be equally more bullish. Testnet 11 at 10 bps continue to prove its strength. Pools who have completed their testing are the Humble Tech and Hero miners. They have confirmed that their solution is working and running stable in Testnet 11, very bullish. While others are still testing, Kaspa devs are still looking for more apps, wallets and exchanges to take 10 bps for a test spin before the imminent crescendo hard fork. So we're seeing again, Kaspa once more inviting the exchanges, the other pools, the more apps, the wallets to start testing at 10 bps to see if the transaction will work. And I think that could be, again, people are talking about that's what about Binance are waiting for. Binance are waiting for 10 bps, and I think that is a logical thesis to make. But again, Roy O'Neill of the KRI has confirmed, and we've seen multiple posts also confirming that much as well, that the integration has already been completed. So it's already ready. They're just trying to find the right time for it. Maybe it's after 10 bps, maybe it's after the mining pool. When? We don't know. We're seeing so much more leaks and, teasing from Binance now. So again, for me, it could be any day. When? No one can attest to that apart from Binance and Kaspa. And even then, Kaspa don't know. You'll see Binance announce it, and then Kaspa will then retweet it. But Kaspa can't say anything until Binance do it first. But for me, it's going to come out any day now. And 10 bps, again, equally coming very, very soon. When Bitcoin was at 60k, Kaspa was at 18 cents. Why is Kaspa now following Bitcoin? Because we're in a Bitcoin dominant market, my man. Back then, Kaspa was rallying extremely, excessively. We do a Kas Bitcoin right now. I can't exactly attest to what time you're talking about. 60k Bitcoin would have been probably in and around here, give or take, I think you're referring to. The Kaspa was massively outperforming Bitcoin back then based on the excessive amount of FOMO from the project. Right now it is down and Bitcoin's actually outperforming Kaspa, not for long, in my belief. It's only down about, 14%, give or take? 6% even, so not much at all. That's going to flip on its head very, very soon. But we're also now in a more Bitcoin dominant market. So it's not just Kaspa, everything's following Bitcoin. Kaspa went against Bitcoin for its whole cycle, all the way up to here. All the way up to here. Kaspa was following Bitcoin all the way up to here. And then once it reached its all-time high in August, then Bitcoin started taking back the market from Kaspa. But again, for me, it's only temporary. We'll see it come back. I'm very, very sure of that much. But again, we're seeing Bitcoin dominance right now is higher at 58%. So of course, everything right now is following Bitcoin. But again, Bitcoin now is after its short, is now starting to make a reversal and starting to go up a little bit. That's why Kaspa again is now also coming up with it and is now back to 11.52 cents, down 1.3% on daily time frame. Where in Lambo? Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully very, very soon. Can't do Binance in the UK. Yeah, again, I do have a Binance account as well because I got into Binance in the last cycle. So Binance does work for me. But yeah, Binance sucks, I'll be honest. Binance is the big exchange, so I do use it from time to time, but Binance sucks. I tend to, at least this isn't me personally using it. There's nothing actually wrong with Binance. Binance actually, it's the biggest exchange, it's a good exchange. It's got a lot of adoption. But because of where I'm located in the UK as well, it doesn't work for me. The ones that work for me, the best are Kraken and Crypto.com. And then, I'm fortunate to have Mexi and Binance because I got into it before they were made, I guess illegal from the SCA. But with the nature of how the cycle's going right now, with all the level of adoption coming through, I think we'll start seeing a lot of those, policies either lifted or, being less lenient potentially. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Math Wallet also now follows. Oh yeah, I remember that Math Wallet also now to follow Kaspa as well, so that's a very big thing. Also, you've got Nexo as well, or Nexo. So again, Kaspa is good. I do like Kaspa, but it's not the most up to date. But again, I think it's a very good thing to get. It's usually quite a central hub of everything that's coming to Kaspa right now, from the promoted services to centralized exchanges, wallets, explorers, KLC20s, protocols, the bridges we can see here. Utilities, socials, Chaos 20 tokens, which again, there's 40 here. There's loads of tokens, of course, but there's only 40 here. There's so much it offers here. And one of them, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I don't think it's up here just yet. But there was actually a miner that was in, I think it was it Netherlands? Oh, I can't remember. There's a miner in another part of the country that rebranded their whole image to be a Kaspa miner, which again, is quite a big deal. I'm going to get a baby blue Lambo and put the license plate K so people know how I got it. A, I look forward to seeing that picture in the channel. I'll make at some point in the community a success / lifestyle channel for those who just want to, humble brag about, what they've been able to achieve and get through crypto, because this hopefully will see a lot of people very, very happy. Again, hello future millionaires, a lot of future crypto millionaires in the community, not just in the free channel, those who are just leisurely having a community to chat and learn more about in there, but equally also those who are being even more locked in to the executives as well, who are actually learning more and more through inside information, trading, and much more providing there as well. Again, links in the chat description, also my homepage. Come check us out. 7-day free trial. I'll park my Pagani next to your Lambo, crazy. Oh, I'd love to see that. We'll all have someone have a G-Wagon, have a Pagani, have a Lambo, have a GTR. I would love to get myself a Japanese muscle car, to be honest, as well. I would love to get that. I know all want a Binance listing, but honestly, now is not the good time. Anyone watching these markets for years knows that good markets get buried in FUD markets, lists in power markets soar. Yes, you're completely right, Mikey, and that's actually precisely what the KEF was mentioning. I'll try to see if I can load it whilst I'm waffling about it. But the KEF mentioned on November 10th there you go. I found it very quickly. Again, pay to have a community and a server that you can just find information very, very quickly. Translate this. So yeah, the KEF had an AMA that happened on the 10th of November. A space where they had an AMA talk about things. And in there, if you go to the stuff talking about listings, they mentioned a Kraken listing will come that month, and they were right about that. So they leaked that and it came to fruition. And they also mentioned that they were actively dealing with certain exchanges' quote-unquote unfavorable remarks about the price of Kaspa. The key to considering listing a coin on a primary exchange, so Binance, Coinbase, OKX, you name it, is the project's total value lock, TVL, which Kaspa, being a finance proof of work, does not currently have TVL in the strict sense, but also the trading volume performance on mainstream exchanges. So currently being Bybit, BitGet, and now also Kraken. But basically, the KF has basically stated that what these big tier ones are waiting for is the opportune time. They don't want to list in a bear market. While it'd be great for us, I'm sure, they don't want to list in a bear market. They want to list when the price is rallying, when it's doing well. They want to see the volume being high. They want to see the volume being high on these top 3 exchanges as well. They don't want to see it on Mexi or Gate or L Bank. They want to see it on these exchanges. So that's what we are. That's why there's a lot of FOMO in and around the again at the convenient time of that listing, of that AMA here, 10th of November. We saw the volume spike up to 578. So it's like people heard that, thought, oh, we're going to make the volume go really, really hard to get the listings happening. Obviously, it stayed in and around the 130 to 500 range for quite some time, and now it's come back down into the low hundreds, high double figures again, which is not great to see. But Mikey's right. If we do see a lot of volume, a lot more, bullish momentum for Kaspa, that will also be the catalyst incentive, the incentivize the exchanges to want to list Kaspa as well. How to share live chat? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, my man. If you want to share links, I don't think you can do that in the live chat. As part of the thing that YouTube has done, you don't think you're allowed to share links in the live chat. YouTube stopped you from doing that. So if you want to share, links to, well, I'm not sure that what links you want to share, but if you do, then by all means, you've got to go and do it in the community. Provided it's not you promoting and shilling stuff, because that will get you banned. Because we don't accept that sort of stuff. You've got to follow the rules in the community. But if you want to show me some information regarding Kaspa or something like that, by all means, come join us in the free Discord server. Links right here, and you can, show us what it is. Or even just send me a PM, that's fine. I won't reach out to you because I want to prevent people from getting scammed and do it there. But you can't do it in the live chat. YouTube don't allow it. Definitely interesting things happening around Kaspa as of late. Binance is dropping hints. Grayscale placing Kaspa at the top of their futures listing. Coincidence maybe or maybe not. I agree, Beebs, I do. Now, to give some form of clarity though, the reason that Kaspa's number 1, we'd like to believe it's because it's the best project, and it is. But in the more logical sense, it's because if you look at Grayscale, the way they categorize their listings, the first one they have at the listings is currencies. Kaspa's the only asset under consideration that is a currency. Therefore, it goes top of the list. That's why Kaspa's number 1. Because it's a currency, and that's the first on the list. But be that as it may, the fact that it is number 1 will bring inherently more attention to Kaspa because it's the first one in that list. So it's the top of the page. That is a good promo. And of course, then Binance, dropping hints left, right, and center equally is very big. I'm curious as to if this is true. If this is true, why they deleted it, I don't know. But if that is true, that is equally a massive, massive leak. Obviously, I could ask Saint and message him, is it actually legit or not? But I mean, he's just going to say yes whether it is or not. You know, nothing against the man, of course, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by it. You know, I'm not by any means throwing slander at this guy. This guy's actually been very good, and I've been following a lot more recently. I don't follow him, don't know why I don't. I've been looking at his posts a lot more recently, and he's got some very, very insightful posts on Kaspa, so I do enjoy his content. Exchanges that instituted will be adding right around the time of 10PS goes live. I'd like to believe so. I think 10PS could be a big catalyst for some listings. Institutions, I'm not so sure. I think the adoption for Kaspa is due to rocket a lot more in this cycle. I do. And yeah, as Bufflink says, oh wow, I love the new profile picture, man. I love that a lot. The Nacho cat, as opposed to what you had beforehand. Love that. But yeah, as Bufflink tells me, forget all the time to say so. If you enjoy these streams, be doing these streams for, let me check, 167 days in a row. 167 days in a row. Insane. I think that almost makes it out half a year, because 182 will be half. 182, 183 will be half a year. In a row would be nuts. We're going to make that very soon. If you enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Good afternoon, Jose, my man. Welcome back to the stream. Kaspa, there's currently advertising the coin. I only know of a coffee shop. Yeah, so Kaspa Wolfie. Wolfie has a coffee shop in numerous places. I think one of them is in central London. And yeah, I mean, yeah, the Kaspa devs do promote that stuff here and there as well, which is yeah, obviously, you know, Kaspa's main focus is just developing and making good projects, but they do some promotion here and there. Their marketing's not the best, but yeah, there's a coffee in there where you can pay with Kaspa, which the idea behind it's nice. Personally, I'm not going to do that because I want to hold my Kaspa, but you know, I do love the support going for Kaspa and more adoption coming through. I cannot tell a lie. As a miner, this lower hash rate makes me more money. Really? Well, actually, I say really. Why am I surprised? Of course it does. Because the higher the hash rate, basically means it's increased security, but also means it's harder to mine blocks. So of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah. So the lower the hash rate, while you know on the outside perspective, the grand scheme of things is quite bad. For the miners itself, actually, it's profitable. That's probably why the hash rate's gone down. The weak miners who have been frustrated not making enough money from Kaspa have left. And those who still believe in the longevity of Kaspa and its price will rise have stayed through, and now they're making more money because now there's not as much competition. So yeah, I mean, great for you, definitely. Kaspa's so strong, 100%. Kaspa's, I mean, this is the proof of Kaspa being so strong. While people are saying its price is down, it's held this for a year. That's strength. That's some, you know, monk level strength, you know, full discipline. It's basically a stable coin in the comedic sense. Everything is looking great. Your quick crypto updates are fantastic. The community is thriving, and most importantly, Kaspa's looking amazing. Thank you very much, Magnus, my man. I do appreciate it. And yeah, this community is all of us, right? While I make these contents every single day, I make these streams every single day, and equally very active in the community. The community is built up as a result of all of our hard effort, wanting to learn more and more. So it's a testament to all of you, really, not just to me. And I thank you all for being every day and learning more, and equally supporting the channel, and equally those in the community as well. And even those right now who are starting to want to actively be more locked in with crypto and learn even more, who are now starting to tap into the executive channel as well. Just for even just for the free trial right now, I'm hoping they're enjoying what they're seeing there. And if they do, then yeah, I will continue in that fashion as well. Because so far, things have been very, very good for us so far. And this one is the most recent one. This one only paid off today. And even then, there's still chance we can run higher. But so far, a decent 4x. And we'll see a lot more as well. This is one of the first trades we made. And this one equally one that I mentioned about a week ago. And this one I think still got higher potential. This one I'm going to probably put in my hidden, in my free Crypto Gems channel in the community. So people as part of the free server can see it as well. But those who are in the executive channel would have saw a lot earlier. But this one for me is one that I think can reach in the high millions, maybe billion market cap because of who's behind it. 94 people in JStream, yeah, I know, crazy. But I'm not too surprised because right now I mentioned Binance. Anything regarding Binance in the title just get me a lot of views. That is part of the strategic strategy, the strategy behind me saying Binance. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't clickbait by any means. That is very convenient. And equally that, should it be true, equally very convenient. So the Binance will happen any day now. The continuous accumulation is looking very convenient as well. This being the alleged Binance wallet stacking more and more. I'm sure we'll see it very, very soon. There's a lot coming to crypto and Kaspa. We've still got a lot more time. The House bill here, as I'm highlighting now, is set to abolish the IRS eliminating income tax, payroll, estate, and gift taxes. So it looks like Trump's trying to make some significant moves to stop this, anti-economy thing, just trying to stop the economy from, crumbling, which is a good thing. We have more updates as well. Obviously that's from the US House Bundy Carter here. This one here talk about Ripple SEC update. Apparently the judge has approved the sealing of key documents of Ripple and XRP. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm sure obviously being a company with NDAs with other institutions is a good thing, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because I'm sure there'll be some elements of NDA going on with Kaspa as well. Every project's got some NDAs behind it. It's just how things work. You've got to have some secrets, right? But crypto's meant to be transparent. Meant to be very transparent. And Kaspa, for the most part, in my understanding, is the most transparent out of all projects right now, or one of the most transparent, because of its fairness proof of work, and the developers are open about what they're building right now. But I want to know what key documents they have sealed, but they've been sealed, so I would not get to know. But I'm sure it's just a case to try and protect their investors who are currently on Ripple and XRP and want to invest, but they're just waiting right now. In other news, though, Martin Hartberg here puts big technology stocks led a Wall Street decline on Monday. Obviously, talk about the collapsing market. Wall Street's S&P 500 index fell 0.6% on Monday, while the Nasdaq Composite fell 1.1%, extending losses from Friday. Many of the big tech behemoths which drove market higher in 2024 fell on Monday. So we're just seeing currently a massive liquidation event going on in the markets as a result of the inflation data and unemployment data coming back. And we'll see more information about that come out in the next 2 days. I've already talked about this, AI agents. Most of the profitable gains we've been making and talking about in the executive channel has been through AI agents. Been a lot already. I can even list some of them right here. I mean, this is one of the ones we got into. Build, I think, was a very big one. Right now it's at 38 mil market cap. Has come down a bit, but we managed to get into it at around 12. So even then, we've been up from when we got in, if you're still holding. But that one had peaked at around 70 mil market cap, so that would have made you a 5.5x. And there'll be many, many more as well. The one that I missed out on, which I'll disclose to people, which I was very upset about because I saw it and I didn't get into it properly, was CWH, Cat with a Hat. This one I saw at its launch, and I was busy preparing for the live stream, so I saw it at around 2-3 mil right here, and I had people telling me it's going to be a big one, and yeah, that valued to 50 mil. It happens sometimes, but I did see it, and I was going to put it in my community. I was busy sort of the live stream. By the time I saw it, it was already up to 20 mil. I was like, oh, well, I'm not so sure now. But hey, you win some, you lose some. There'll be many more opportunities, and this is just one of many picks that, I'm sure we'll be able to provide in the community. Again, we've already made some big picks, so again, if you want to learn more, alongside information, much more, again, right here, check it out, free community, or 7-day free trial. And if you like what you see, then by all means, come sign up, and we'll welcome you. Who knows we see a Binance listing Wednesday, since Grayscale mentioned. I doubt we'll see a Binance listing on Wednesday. If Grayscale do add Kaspa, just to clarify, it won't be Grayscale saying we're launching Kaspa ETF. That's not necessarily what's going to happen. They'll be adding Kaspa to their product suite, which therefore means Kaspa will be put as a trust, or they'll put in a basket. Kaspa will either be put into a trust, which therefore leads to an ETF in the future, or they can put into a basket of ETFs. Like how you're seeing a Bitcoin Ethereum ETF coming out very, very soon, a basket being a multiple assets into one ETF. Kaspa, I think, will get an individual ETF later on in the cycle. But obviously, Grayscale adding Kaspa would be a big step towards ETFs coming out this cycle, which does support the theory I made weeks ago that Kaspa will get ETFs. You would have got ETPs through Valor Capital funds. I think you'll see ETFs as well. But I don't think Binance will list on Wednesday. I would love it to happen, but I doubt it. I think we'll probably see it end of this month, maybe February. Again, time will tell. Maybe we'll have to wait until 10BBS is done. But I think we'll get it very soon. Do you think Michael and Kathy are quietly acquiring Kaspa? Michael Saylor and Kathy Woods. It's a good question. Obviously, I want to say yes. I can't properly attest to it, though, because I have no proof of that much. Michael Saylor's a massive Bitcoin maxi, so he's never going to openly talk about it. But there's speculation he has done because there was a post he made of a Bitcoin Apple in the Kaspa color wave at the time of Marathon announcing they're now mining Kaspa, or a few hours beforehand. It wouldn't surprise me if Michael Saylor had a little bit in Kaspa. I'm not saying he does, it wouldn't surprise me though. And with Cathie Woods, I think there's also a possibility she might do, purely because Kaspa's partnered with Zodia Custody, and Zodia, their biggest partnerships include the likes of 21 Shares, which is Cathie Woods' company, the biggest ETP issuer in the world. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cathie Woods is eyeing up Kaspa as well. I mean, again, to highlight this, Tom Polinsky is by no means some random small name. You know, he's very, very well known, which I could just showcase in this post here from Captain Sats. You know, talking about massive research papers from the Bank of Italy, with Tom Polinsky's name right here. Equally in the same Bank of Canada, Bank of Finland, the Dallas Fed, and the European Central Bank. So Tom Polinsky is known, very well renowned in the space. Even the massive crypto, leaders like Vitalik Buterin and Charles Hoskinson, they have quoted and praised Tom Polinsky and his and the Ghostag protocol. And then you also have the like of Nick Szabo, the creator of smart contracts. That's my doorbell. The creator of smart contracts go to I lost train of thought now after that. I hope it just leave me alone. Smart contracts. Nick Szabo, the creator of smart contracts, also state that Tom Polinsky, or Aviv Zohar and the guy next to him, Tom Polinsky, are experts in Bitcoin security, a skill set in scarce supply. So once more, Tom Polinsky is very well known, very well renowned, and that is going to be a reason why I think the likes of Michael Sutton and Cathie Woods, and I'm sure many other massive institutions are aware of Kaspa. Again, BlackRock are probably aware of Kaspa through Marathon. I mean, they have to, not even likely, they have to be, because Marathon can't do anything without the shareholders say so. So they would have got the green light from BlackRock and Vanguard to diversify to mine Kaspa. What's up, Stephen King? Late to the stream, late to the live, but made it here. Great to see you, my man. I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing very, very well as well. What's up, Quarter Crawler? Hope you're doing very well, my man. Mikey, now they know lower hash rate. Now they know that a lower hash rate is a good thing. I'm trying to keep it for myself. yeah. Mikey, you got to keep that under wraps, you know. Don't let people know that actually it's more possible to mine Kaspa right now. Eat, sleep, buy Kaspa, repeat. You know it, my man. You know it. It's a lifestyle. Not the healthiest lifestyle, because of how bad the price has been, but it's a lifestyle nonetheless. And I love it here. I love it. Honestly, I love it here, because I do have a lot of optimism that's going to, really pay off in this cycle. Again, as Cathie Woods highlighted, I think I retweeted this. I don't know if I did, though. If not, go back and watch my previous stream, and you can see it there. And actually, tell a lie, you can just watch my previous video here. And you'll see it's one of the previous video. The first thing I showed is that Cathie Woods stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Kaspa's base has been for over a year. By that logic, therefore, we could potentially see a very, very big breakout. But with that being said, thank you all once more for watching today's stream. 52 likes, absolutely nuts. I love you all. Thank you very much for that. Every time I break 50 likes, it puts a massive smile on my face. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. But if you enjoy these streams, as always, leave a like. We're doing 167 days in a row. Share with your friends to increase adoption of Kaspa and the community. And subscribe for more to know more about crypto and Kaspa, and have a community where you want to chill, chat, and learn more. Then check out the free Discord server. Again, link in the chat description, also my homepage. And if you want to be even more locked in, learning even more alpha information to help you get ahead of the game, alongside trade picks and what more we provide in there, hidden gems and whatnot, then go check out the executive page here, the what page, which again, try to be a lot more affordable than other people. Link in the description chat, also my homepage. And yeah, have a great day, good evening, and good night, everyone. Leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next one.